Okay, so last week we had a detailed discussions, right? So you guys having any queries on coursework or anything you guys want to discuss? Let us have a quick discussion before we take it to week 4 session.
No, Jax.
You don't have any queries, Krishna?
No. But the thing is, when did you get the review from our submitted coursework? So I just already submitted 2 weeks before. So
I'll okay.
if there,
Yeah, good. Sorry. Yeah, good.
so if there any I made something wrong, so I can just do it again. So this I'm just asking.
Okay. I'm not getting time. So busy with other things. So
Okay, I just sent it to Rajesh, my coursework.
Rajesh is
Yes.
supposed to provide you the comments, but I'll go through once. Okay, so
Okay.
I will go through
Yeah,
once.
okay. Thank you.
Sure.
For the coursework, we have to complete to watching the full video. I saw the
Not
one
necessarily if you understood the concepts and everything, or if you have any problem, right? You can just watch it and take the topics related to that. Okay, so it's up to you. Okay, so
if I'm not watching the full video, the tick mark is it's not coming out. Once we watch the complete video, then only the tick mark is showing up.
obviously, the course structure is defined that way, Ritvik. So yeah. So if you skip that topic, some topic, right? So you may be not understanding, right? So spend 3 hours, man. Even if you don't know, it worthwhile. Okay, so don't worry. Make sure you will get the work.
Okay.
So
and also another question. The coursework you have to question and answer. We have to download and we can convert to Word file. Then we'll type, right?
yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
They should have kept that word itself, but since structure, they just want to keep it. That's okay. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, whatever way you want. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so you went through my attachments because I know that I gave a lot of attachments, different things to you guys. So I want you can use any of those templates or anything for your submissions. And if anybody went through the attachments?
Hi, good morning, Jax. It's Manraj. Today I'm under my husband's name. I don't know, somehow it's just displaying his name.
Oh,
yeah, I went through all the things you said. Yes.
So I just consolidate most of the things and try to give you that the valid contents. So keep it as a repository, okay? Even if you're co-op or that's the real-time templates we use, okay? So it may be useful for you guys. Okay, so don't think that Stamply created something. It's a real-time projects which we use, and I thought these templates might be useful. So it's not a complex one, but some of the things are important things, right? What are the things we capture as part of the process? I given that. Okay, so if you have any queries and any doubts, obviously you can come back to me. And okay. So this week, let us focus since we don't have any queries. This week, as I said last time, right? It's going to be more interactive one. So before taking it further, I'll see. Okay, so JIRA process. Okay, this is one of that tool we used to. We were discussing multiple things right here as of now. It's kind of we using the templates or Word document, Excel, lot of things which we do as part of the sprint process. Okay, we are using that JIRA tool mostly. Okay, there are multiple tools are available. Okay, not only JIRA, but this is a major tool which we use in Agile or sprint process. Okay, so what it means is we are not going to do any documentations separate. Okay. And even if you do any documentation, we attach those documents to this JIRA. Okay. That's why JIRA is so famous and easy to manage, easy to assign. If I have some dependency with any of you, right, I will create one ticket and then that will be assigned to you, finish. Okay, I don't need to do anything at all. And you can work on and you can resubmit back to me. What it means, as a development, I can create a multiple stories, multiple tasks and assign to people. And when you, as a tester, you will create a multiple defects and assign to developer. And then after some times you wanted to review that and close it. Yes, that also you can do. So developer again assign back to us. Okay, as a tester. It may be individual tester or group, either way, right? Group of testers, you can assign back to me. Hey, I fixed this issue. So this is a complete end-to-end process. And that's why this session all mean for giving end-to-end complete picture. What is JIRA? How we deal about the JIRA process. Okay. So before getting to the details, have you everyone got access to JIRA ticket? JIRA tool? You should have received one email from CQA, right? How many people received? How many people not received? Because if you don't have it, it's a problem for us. You cannot work on this session. Is completely. I want you guys to work on the JIRA process and create a stories, defects, and then give it back to other, assigning to others, and they need to work on. So you will get comfortable in using that. Do you have it or not?
Oh, when they send the mail?
They should have done it during last 1 week, right? They know you guys are in 4th week. So how many people not received this? Okay.
I don't.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, even I didn't get that.
Me too. I didn't get that.
Me too, sir.
Did you ask that? Did you ask? Because last time itself I said, right, we may need to access, and did you guys send any email to them?
No.
Let me send you the link. I guess they would have generated that for JIRA. Okay. They should have generated that things for you. Let us see. One minute. Software testing. Okay. Okay. Same thing we can. Where is it? Inviting. It is not showing. Let us see. We can use the same thing page, right? Just better. Let us see.
JIRA is all about teamwork, and in this video, we look at how it's now easier than ever to invite your team to a JIRA project. We already have some team members in this project, but we need to add some more. To do this, we first click Add People from the top of the board. From here, we have a couple of options. For people
Is
who
it yours?
already have access to JIRA, we can simply start typing their name and select them from the list.
Where is it? Let me see whether I can add all yours. I can. Okay, so. It's all your email, not Gmail.
Yes, mine is Gmail.
Gmail, right? Why it is but here I see BCQA, right? Do you have this URL? Mandeep at bcqa.com. Do you have it?
No, sir. I'm not sure about that. If it's me.
Okay. You never use that. Okay. Let us
No, I didn't use it.
Okay. Let us do this invite and then we try out. Right. We don't want to insert anything. Yeah. First, I will add you. Are you getting the request? Then accept. Let us see whether you're able to.
I will check 1 second.
Reach a limit. My God, 1 minute. they have put the restriction, I guess. No, yeah, I'll create one more project. As a project, right? We are using a Scrum project. Okay. Let us be. I'm just creating a project. So this is where we do the projects, and then once you create a project, we can go and add members to this. You have reached a limit. My God, it's killing us. Let us remove the old project. Now, hey, it's not allowing us to do this. Great. Why it is not allowing? We
Hi
remove.
guys, I am able to log in now.
You're able to log in. Okay, but you are the only person. I deleted the project itself because they said see, we need to upgrade this one. Oh my God. How to delete the members? I deleted, but that is being done through that old guy. Wait 1 minute to let us create a new team. Add people. No match up. No. I guess you is not in that list. Okay. I can. I'm not allowed to add the teammates with the different URL or email ID. Well, okay, I can do from this page. Let us try. Okay. Let us try this option. If it's not working, then we will go through the session and then you will get access. Okay. So we'll do it that way. Are you guys getting email?
Yeah, getting email.
Okay. If possible, go and try to log in. I don't know whether you need to create your own password or things like this. Okay. Add people. I can add people now. Okay. Let us try. Nishita. Tisha. Is it you guys or can I? Okay, any I can add. So let me add it again. So you all should have access to this. Yeah, now I can do that too.
So can I log in?
Yeah, yeah. One tip I did add. Okay. Okay, so you guys do that. In meantime, I'll just I will give the introduction on JIRA from this one. Okay, let it do that. Okay.
So sorry, Jack. So can I to connect to any kind of tool like a Microsoft Team or GitHub something, so I can just skip it?
What is that? I don't know.
I'll select some tools now, and we will help you connect them later, like Slack, Microsoft Team, GitHubs, or GitLab. So I don't know.
As part of the installation, you meant to say?
Yeah, yes, I have to select it, or I just keep it that.
Not necessarily. Now we are not going to use a GitHub or anything now.
Okay, yeah, I'll just log in
Yeah.
it.
It's a repository, tool repository GitHub. Okay, so
Okay, thank you, Jax.
so let us I don't know why that audio is not playing. That's fine. I'll so first is on this is a project. Okay, in overall you could see that as part of team members you have, and then you could see that we are creating the project. That project is multiple types. Okay, so we were discussing about that, right? So what are that kind of projects can be executed as part of that Agile? So these are the various types. It can grow, but majorly we try to use this, but mostly we're going to focus on Scrum model. Okay, so this is a project which we're going to, as part of the process, we're going to use. This is a software methodology. Okay, as part of the process, Scrum methodology we are going to use. Everything is JIRA itself. Okay, so whatever we do inside the JIRA, and we have two kind of templates. And this I did right is I created a project, and this project based on Scrum, and I'm going to create the project. So once you're able to create a project, then I can add team members, and then I can take it what I really want. So here you could see that once you created the project, what happened? You logged out. Okay. So once you create a project, backlog. So do you know the backlog? What it means to us? What do you mean by backlog? Do you remember? You guys hear me or?
Backlog, like where we the test, I think where we cannot perform the test.
Yeah, backlog is an item which we wanted to work on. Okay, that's we call it as backlog. So we taking with the old sprint or whatever you want to work on things, right? We're going to put in backlog. That's all.
So like requirements of the testing
Exactly,
and
yes,
the product, right?
Yes, exactly, yeah. So it's a normal term which we use, right? Anything you want to work on, oh, I have a backlog items to work on, right? We used to tell, so same thing. Nothing different from our normal term what we use. So once that is done, then we can go and create a sprint. Sprint, you understand, right? So we're going to create a 2-week sprint or 4-week sprint, maybe 8-week sprint. 8 is the maximum sprint area we keep. Worst case, we used to keep 3 months. So we are going to create a sprint here, and then start date and end date. We're going to print and just description about what is our goal. That is all fine. But basically, we're going to create a sprint here. That's very important as part of our process. So once you are done with this one, okay. So take an example, we're going to work on something on that this sprint on Java. We just mentioned that, and these are all information needed for our request. So you could see that we created the sprint. Now, after creating the sprint, so what we going to do? So we got in the sprint, what are the items we want to do? Like You can create a story, you can create a task, whatever you want, right? That we can create. Story means what? From requirements, whatever we have, right? There's nothing but the stories. Okay. Story, don't think that, oh, it's completely different. It's in the sprint model, we don't call it as requirements. Mostly everybody refers as stories. Okay. So how that story, we go to in the backlog, you have a list of stories, or you might have a list of bugs, or list of tasks. Either anything is possible, we used to keep. So now, take an example here. I am as a tester, the project native project where he is creating the task and giving the description. So what it means, I'm first thing is for the project, you are creating one other bug. Okay, issue means bugs. Okay, you're going to create a bug and we're going to give the description and going to assign to people. That's what first thing you do as a tester. Everything we're going to work on. So in meantime, I think that you guys working on this, right? You're able to log in and you need to see that. Because I need to look at your screen. See, you could see, right? Once we do this, we always put assigning. It may be one or multiple assigning possible, right? It's not a one member, it's going to do that. But it can done through this process. So you are creating an issue and assigning to somebody. Okay, so he will get an email. Whatever I did now, right? Adding members, same thing. You will get email. Hey, come on, this guy assign the task to you. Something you will get an email, and then you need to work on the task. So during this process, it's going to be creating the task and assigning to people, and you could see the labels and everything. It's kind of differentiating the process, right? Through label like Facebook or LinkedIn, whatever you tagging it, right? So same process here. Okay, so when you want to track somebody, you put at and put doing, right? And same thing here, labeling the process. So it may be you want to search on test on mobile, okay, testing mobile, and there are multiple tasks, multiple issues you create. But later you want to know search based on mobile. Right? What are the test cases or what are the issues related to mobile? You cannot really have any clue, right? You cannot go through each and every. So we can search based on this label. So that's why the label is very, very important. Yeah. So if you provide, that would be much easier to find. And which sprint you are going to do. So whether we going to we create a new sprint, right? We going to provide that. Who is a reporter? In this case, reporting and assigning both are same, but in general it may be different. Story point, we know, right, how much effort is really needed. So that effort is nothing but the story point we keep. It may be 1, 2, 3, 5.
So Jack, sorry, why we have to add the story point?
Story point where I don't understand where we have to write means.
Yes. So why we have to add the story point? What's the
whenever you're creating the task, right? The task associated with some effort needed to accomplish, right?
okay, so it depends upon the like votes, right? On the team members.
Yes. See, there are two things to that. I'm assigning that task to you, right? Once you assign the task, you want to look at it and put the estimation, hey, this one may change. Or whatever I'm creating the issue, right? I say some story point. It doesn't mean that when assigning to you, you think that, no, this cannot be done this much time. I may need more. So you can change that and we can put that again back to, instead of 2, you may be thinking of 5. It means your effort is going to increase. Instead of 1 week, you may be taking 12, 13 days, even 2 weeks. So in that case, you can revisit and we can update the story point. So that is the planned story point. Okay. Actual effort is something different. I'll tell you later. Okay. So while updating the issue, right? you can put your effort. But story point can be given, that is optional. Sometimes whoever creating this issue, right, they may not know how much a story point, how much effort is going to take. We can keep empty. And whoever assigned to that, they can put the story point. Sometimes oh, this issue can be done and it need to be done in 3 days or 1 day. Then I can put story point 1 and I can assign to people. So in case you think that, hey, come on, this cannot be done, you can go and increase. The story point should given to any task for the matter, because the task needs some effort to complete, then we need to put story point. Make sense?
Jack, can we call it as like rather than what we call that? Can we call it as like urgency? Like rather than effort, can we call it as like how soon can we do that? The story points.
Industry has on some standard way of telling people. Okay. But for your understanding, yes. But generally, we call it as effort. Okay, how much?
Yeah. But is that the same which I'm like
yes,
trying
exactly, same.
It's like urgency, right? So 5 is like we have some time, maybe like 3 days or 4 days, maybe 1 week. Story point 1 is need to be completed within like within 1 day.
Right? 1 minute. See, urgency is priority. Priority or high priority, that we can make it separately. Okay. So that is a bit different, because it may be low priority, but still you need to put some effort. Right?
Okay.
So priority is not related to the effort. Is this you need a home within 3 months, but whatever the case, you have highest priority, but still for building the home it will take some time. That is the effort, right? So if you will say, hey, come on, I need 1 year to complete the building, and though it's highest priority for you, doesn't mean that you can put low effort, right? So think in that way.
Okay.
If somebody try to ask something, go ahead. Someone needs something. Okay, let us go through it. We going to go all in meantime. Please go, and you should be able to log in. Okay, I don't want nobody left out. Okay, everybody should comfortable with this tool. In the long run, this is a tool we're going to use it. Once you get into our projects or any industry, right? Software industry, we're going to use the JIRA for sure. And it's not spectating, you look at the video. No, that's though it's going to take some time, no problem. I'll make you guys to log in, create a ticket, you can create a task and let it assign to people, and they need to pick it and do it. Okay, so we're going to share your screens, so please log in. And you could see that now he's going to, once you created the sprint, right? So he's going to start the sprint. It means it's going to start today. We said that it's going to be 2 weeks speed, some weeks, okay? And once that is done, we need to start the sprint. Once you're going to start, as I said, it's clock ticking. That's it. Okay. Now in this place, you have this is a board. Okay, like a normal whatever we are explaining, right? That's in the board. You could see that your sprint being started. Okay, so now you go to sprint and you can edit the sprint, or you can do whatever you want, and you can create a backlog, and then you can add issues. So once you create any task here, okay, you can create any task. So that can be have a multiple stages. You can add your own stage. Okay, you could see the board, right? You can see the project, and we created that one sprint here. And what are the tasks we're going to add, right? That is everything initially is going to be to do. And once it got assigned to you, that means I am creating one task and assigned to you. It may be in to do, unless you go and change the progress. You say, hey, today I made some progress. You go and you say that, hey, it's a progressing. Yeah, you can, once you change the status, right, automatically it move to progress. That you're going to do that. Okay, once you go and edit the task, you're going to do, and it's going to move to this stage. And it can be any stage. Okay, so it doesn't mean that it's going to be just a 2-stage. It can go to that, we can create our own stages and it can move. Basically, the task will be to do progress, or if you want to do some testing, you can go to the testing, and then once that is done, it will go to done. So not all tasks you're going to do. So once you've done the testing, right, you're going to assign back to whoever created the task, right? Because as a developer, he completed the work and he's saying the testing team, hey guys, go and test. Okay. And once is assigned to you, you guys going to do the testing. Once you're done with the testing, you want to open the issues, right? And again, it will new task will be created and that will be assigned back to developer. So developer going to fix that issue and again he's going to inform. So you could see that it may be cyclic, right? So yeah, whether you are developer or developer going to architect or architect going to project manager, or it can be any people can be. So same task can be done by multiple people. It may assign to multiple people and then get it completed. This is the way we can do the complete tracking. So once you go the history, right, everything will be tracked. And I'll tell you some, once you do that editing or the things, right, you can know that how much comments, if you have any queries, right, that also you can put the queries in it. You don't need to send email. Okay, that's the main aspects. You don't need to use any different tool to communication. This is a effective communication where you can put the comments and you can tag people. So they also respond to that. Everything is under one task, whatever we do. So somebody want to know that, hey, what is this task? What is this backlog? What is this story? And what is the issue? What progress we made? Fine, go and look at it. All details will be over there. So once you open the task, right? So something you could see that it is in progress here, right? You open the task and you try to complete something here. You can type, you can do, and you can add comments. This is a description about this program submission. What are the things you're going to do? And then you can give the comments here. In case you want to have some additional queries or anything, you can add it here and down. You can assign to people also. You don't need to assign to one by multiple people also you can assign. So this is giving the description about this task, what need to be accomplished and done. You can attach a document also in case you say you taken the snapshot of issues and you want to put it as attachment, you can do it that too. So in the right hand side, you can see who is assigning. That means Nitiraj is doing this one because it got assigned to him and it is in progress. And then it's going to do this. Reporter is Nitiraj. Actually, reporter might be somebody, right? And you want to add some comments. Hey, I'm submitting this and I have this query, how this can be envisioned, or you have a problem. This tool is not working, or I don't have access. Anything you can do through the comments, so that we know that, oh, in that somebody going to go through, I come to know that, okay, some of the issues you are facing. So you could see that now to do from, it's going to in progress. You want to have additional task. Sometimes you say, right, hey, I want to do a testing one, or somebody need to verify that, then you can have an additional task. You can swap it. We don't, done should be last, right? So we can have a task, we can move it. So different options we have. So this way, the task or issues will be moved to different areas. Any queries here? Before I go to backlog and other things, we mostly is going to be repetitive, but still these tools we get convinced in doing that. So Do you guys see my project?
Yes.
Okay. So who is the first person going to share? Now we got it right, what we need to do. And if you have a doubt, I can go through this setup also. Did you go through the setup? Do we need to do that? So creating the project, we don't need to do, but I have done it, but this is what I'm doing, creating the project and giving the names. And then once that is done, then you can see the different versions, setting up a backlog and start the sprint. Whatever I explain in video, right? We can start the sprint. And then starting the sprint is creating the sprint. And then once that is done, moving the issues in that sprint to do progress, whatever I explained. So, okay, so let us do it. Okay, we don't need to. I'll stop share. Who is that? Waldip,
Sorry.
can you share your screen?
Okay. I'm using my Android, my like phone to
Oh.
use the tools.
My God, why you use
Hello?
laptop, Waldip? So that's better.
Hello.
Okay, so you don't have laptop to log in?
No, I don't have the laptop to log in today.
Okay, that's fine. That's the case. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Jax. I can see the projects. What's the name? I don't know. Somehow I can see it.
You can see it. Okay. Can you share your screen? Let us see. You can share your screen now. Okay. You have a project, right? Okay. So we have, yeah, go to the project. Perfect. That's where we are now. And why it is not assigned to anyone? I did assign to people, right? Is everybody able to log in?
But
No,
I
we
see
are
only
logged in, but
myself in the team.
Yes.
yeah, the same thing with me.
Yes.
I see only my
Everyone
name.
can.
That's it.
Can you add
Yeah.
people? Let us see. Yeah, add people. Put our any of folks. I did that. You should have received one more email, right? No.
No, only one email.
Only one, right?
I don't know why. Okay.
It
add
asked for
people.
password. Myself, I did with Google. Joined with Google, so I took my email. Then directly, I came to this page. I see only myself. My initial N. Nothing else.
Okay, add the members. That's fine. You can add the members. Let us see.
Yeah, we are able to do that. I can see Manraj at the hotmail.com. Is that you?
Manraj, she's asking. Okay, there is something called
Sorry,
add.
can you repeat? Can you repeat?
Yeah, it's manraj@hotmail.com.
No, I'm not at Hotmail. I'm at Gmail.
Okay. Who else is?
Dax, can we share our email ID in the chat so that someone can add?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. Who's sharing the screen?
It's me,
Okay.
Raj.
Okay. So can you please send the email IDs to her? Let us see.
So can I create?
No. Yes,
so just the
you go down,
chat?
right? Down.
You can add the people over there if
People. Yeah. Yes.
Add the people.
STB to board. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can search
one email.
search the name over there.
Can you search?
Yeah. Mandeep something, Baldeep something. Yeah.
Baldeep, yeah.
Yeah.
Baldeep doesn't have a login. Okay, fine. Let us try. Yeah. Baldeep Singhi. Yeah.
Add Satish.
Oh, okay. Add Satish too.
Yeah.
Because he is not using Android. Right?
No, don't go back. Same area. Yeah. Yes.
Satish.
Yes.
Is that you? Okay. Yeah. Add. Let us try once.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Satish, did you receive an email?
Add Nitisha. Nitisha. No, it's not mine. No.
There is something Nitisha. I see that.
Yeah, Nithi. Yeah.
I'm not receiving any mail right now.
No.
That one? Can you select Nitisha? You already registered, right, Nitisha?
Yes, sir. But I can see only myself. I don't see any other.
Yeah, that's what. This one is you or whatever I see.
No, that is not my
Manraj, I
email.
just send my email. Just copy it and try to add me if it's
Yeah.
possible.
Okay,
Even
but
myself.
See in
this
Zoom chat.
Nitisha, the one I'm sharing my screen is Nithisha. So is this the you?
No, she sent email ID.
Yeah, I sent the email ID.
It's Mandeep. You are sending me, right?
Both of us sent.
Yeah, that's me. We both send that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not getting any email.
Okay, I try to log in into my phone. So how to add people? I'm just gonna try to see anyone can add me or
Yeah, 1 minute. Let us.
just log in.
It should work with somebody. If it's working, then we can take it further. Yeah. But why it is not showing the board, right? It should show the people once. But you said manage access. You can also add members. Okay, everybody can add people. So that's what it
It's not me, Mandeep. It's a KRISP.
Nitisha, I sent your email. Did you get that? I added you.
No, Mandi. Let me check once again. No, till now, no.
So this is Krishna Patel, right? I got your email. I'm going to add you, Krishna. Can you see that?
Okay, just try.
No,
I just confirm. It's Nitisha.
Yeah, this is mine. Yeah, Nitisha 016. Yes.
But I'm trying to add her. I don't know, somehow I can't add you. It doesn't allow me. See, if I press add, no.
Maybe I'm already in, right?
Maybe.
Jax, help us.
Harshdeep, I tried to add you. Can you check that? Can you check your email?
Yeah, I see already added. See, we are not getting any email, but we can go and check the group. Everyone is added over there.
See, I'm also trying to add Mandeep. I don't know if
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, but if I try, see, if I press add, it doesn't allow me. I don't, maybe we are already added each other or somehow.
Oh, can you click at my name?
Oh, which here?
Yeah.
No,
My full name, I think.
it says Mandeep Kaur.
Yeah, just try to add it. Yeah.
So you added?
I don't know.
No, no,
Let's see if I'll get email.
Can you do the same for Nitisha?
no.
Yeah.
Mandeep is already added.
Sorry?
Added?
Yeah. Already, I saw the group. It's everyone.
You
is there.
saw
Can you
it?
please
Let me
add
check.
me now?
Yeah. I saw it.
I saw
Nitisha,
it.
you are there.
Which,
But
where?
I don't see you, anyone.
You will see it. It takes some time. I don't know. Somehow I added you long back. It's being like you were the first I added you, but I can see you now. This
You
is
go to
batch 2 testing.
you go through the group member. Now you can see everyone is over there. If you go to the group member page, you can see everyone is there.
So you added me?
Yeah.
Group
Okay.
members.
Group.
Yeah, group members. You can see everyone is there already. Group members.
Where is the answer, Jax? Group
Access.
member.
Go to access. Yeah. Detailed access.
So I just left to add her in this group. I didn't see any kind of email. I didn't get it.
If you go to the project, click on this, right? See the click on that again. So the access.
Okay. You are doing this. Okay.
Access.
You already
Yeah.
logged in everyone.
Access.
I guess.
Yeah. Here you can see everyone is there.
Yeah. So, you can go back to the project. Let us see. We can create one issue. Okay, and we try to assign to people, and then
I'm not able to see anyone in my project,
go
so
to
I'm just
backlog.
only one.
Yeah, 1 minute. Go to backlog. You haven't started the sprint, it says. Here, down. There is go to backlog. Down. You could see that go to backlog button down, right? In to do. In to do, you could see. Yeah. So start the sprint.
Yes.
Okay, so we go start the sprint now, and it's starting by 1/4, 14 and 28. Okay, yeah, start the sprint. So this is the phase where we go to start the sprint, and then we can create the issues.
So you want me to start now?
Please start. Why? Okay, so can you? I just created one issue, right? Not able to log in. So can you click on that? This is the one other issue you're going to do. So, yeah. Who is being Nitisha being assigned? So
Yes, Jax, I can see. Nitisha.
you got
Yeah.
assigned. Can you share
Yes,
your screen
assign.
and,
Yeah,
you
assigned to
can
me.
update the comments, descriptions, and everything, and assign back to Mandeep or somebody else. So now,
So on the
yeah, good.
so in the comments, do I need to say like what should I
Comments
mention?
are whatever you want to do. So,
Like anything regarding to this?
yeah,
Okay.
adding and then comments also she can add and assign back to you. You able to add descriptions? Add description. Not you. Oh yeah, you also add. Okay.
Add description. Yeah.
Yeah, you do that descriptions and comments and send back to Mandeep so she can be able to see that. And put it change to in progress. Okay, it is in to do. Change it to in progress. You don't do that. Let her do that because we know that it has been assigned to Nitisha. So
Okay.
we'll wait for you. Close this one, Mandeep. So you close this one pop-up. Yeah. Let us wait. Oh, you change. She is changing to in progress. Okay.
I changed, Jax. I'm just
Okay.
typing the comment and I'll assign it back to Mandeep. I'll try.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Comment. So now I have
You are done.
no,
Okay.
I have done, but how should I assign it back to Mandeep?
That is right hand side. You can see assigning somebody, right? In the right side. If you share your screen, I will show you that.
I'm in Zoom in the phone and working in the laptop.
Yeah. Okay. In the right hand side, you could, or I'll share. Mandeep, can you just open that?
Yeah, Mandeep. I'll just from here.
There is something called assign me or assign something. There.
No, it's like share issue with Mandeep. Let me try this way.
Okay. What
Mandeep.
we do? Sharing means it may not assign them. So it will just share that issue. It will send you a link to this issue to Mandeep. But we need to assign that one to Mandeep, right? So that's in. That is for your information kind of thing we do. So that's not the one I'm talking. Let us see. Don't worry. We are here to do that activity only. Okay, we are learning. So don't worry.
Add comment reporter story point.
Can you open that the task, Mandeep?
Hello, can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my screen. So where I have to go for? I'm sorry,
Where is the
I'm confused.
project? Where go to the dot project? It's a partially. It is the. Where is that? I see only
This
Zoom.
one?
I see only Zoom. You didn't share other screen seems.
Oh. Okay, so sorry. Let me try. Actually, my laptop has 2 screens, so that's why.
Okay. Take your time, don't worry.
Yeah.
Aram se. Just want to make sure you guys understand it. Yeah. Can you open that?
Can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see. Can you open that? Not able to log in that one first. Yeah. Yeah. There is something called assign Nishita, right? In the right hand side. Not it's assigning to you. Not click on Nishita. Yeah. Click on Nishita. Yeah. Now change it to Mandeep. Yeah. That's all.
Okay. So
Now it should be available to Mandeep. So now what you have done, you have updated the issue and you say that you have some issues which you given the comments also. Okay. Like same Facebook tags, right? At comment and we can give query to anyone. Okay. It's not only to Mandeep. So we can do that. And we have provided the estimation also, story point estimation too. We have provided the default.
I have given that, Jax. I have done like issue resolve, story point 2.
Yeah. So you are given the estimation. It's a planned estimation, right? So you that this issue can be solved within 2 story point, and then we are doing that. And label is not done, right? Label is done. You can give the label so that you can try. You can search based on the label. Same thing what we do in Facebook, like tagging. If you put tag, you can search on the tag. Then everything listed. Same thing here. It will be easier for reporting. Okay. And initially reporter is Jagannath. But initially I created the issue. So that's why it's my name. Okay, this is what it's going to be. Mandeep, now yours. Can you go your screen? Let us see. Is Mandeep's screen?
Yes, it's my screen.
Then why you are saying you yourself? Assigning, can you change to somebody else? Assigning, right side, you change, yeah, change to somebody else, our team. Yeah. Nishita, no, we are going around both. Let us select somebody else. No, that's it, it's showing.
Yeah, the only 3 options.
Can you remove and type in any other name, our name?
Yeah.
Can I do that, Jax? I'll assign it to someone else.
Okay.
Baldeep? Oh, so many Baldeeps are here.
Yeah, Baldeep Singhi J, yeah, that one. Yeah.
This is?
Yeah. Right, Baldeep? But Baldeep is using mobile. Is it fine for him? You can change it. Will you able to use
Harshdeep? Sohal?
Arshdeep?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Yeah, he can share his screen. Let us see.
so I can say what I have to do
Nothing,
now.
that's all.
Done,
That's
that's it?
Nothing. He
Nothing.
done is the right hand side. Tick mark. Tick, not that one. That is the progress. Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, it's done. Right.
Okay. Done is it. Perfect.
So I can,
Just close it. That's all. Yeah.
okay,
Hardeep?
thank you.
Yeah. Can you share your screen?
Should I share my screen?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
want to see where she assigned something to you, right? Let us see.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it assigned to you?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. And then you can, same thing you can do. You can add commands or anything you can do. It's up to you.
Okay.
And you can change the status to done. Oh, you change the status to done?
It was already done. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Actually,
So should I put it in progress?
yeah, it's up to us. We can change the status to in progress also. Okay, so somebody say done and you are not convinced, then you change it to in progress. So this is the way we can create any task or stories. Okay, so you complete this. So now, if you for a recap, what we have done. So something we created the sprint, and we started the sprint, and then we are creating multiple issues, and then we are assigning the issues to multiple members, and they are done. Then it's going to be in progress again. Then you can do the done. Okay. Now that's it. You don't need to do anything. It's any actions will be have to say. Now there is something called add a child issue. Okay, so you could see that, right? Hardeep?
Add sorry.
Add a child issue, right?
Okay, yeah.
So what is this means, right? You are creating one issue, but it is resulting with multiple issues. It may be related. You think that, hey, this issue is something related to that one. Okay, so in that case, what we can do is we can add this issue also. So adding the child issue of this one. Click on that. Okay. So already two issues are created. Okay. Now what we do, close this, you create one issue. Okay. Just close this one, Hardeep.
Cancel?
Yeah, cancel.
Okay.
Close this one and drop. Right hand side cross, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you have one issue. Okay. Now we wanted to create one more issue. Okay. So in the sprint, in the right hand side top, 2 dots, right? No, don't complete the sprint. Only after 2 weeks only we can complete. Yeah, click on that. Yeah, edit the sprint. No, we don't need to do that. It is all managing flow. I'll explain you that. So in
Okay.
top, you have a plus, right? In top, blue color plus top.
This one?
Yeah. Click on that. Is it loading? Yeah. Now we're going to create one story. Okay. Story is requirements. You know, right? So always we are talking about one story. They always call it as issue type. Okay, but it's a story. One of the requirement we're going to create. If the backlog is already having it, we can import. Now we are creating the new requirements. That is called story. Now you say that that login screen must have menu or something, or login screen should have a username and password as a mandatory check. Something put the description. You creating one story. Okay. And same thing like issue, we're going to assign the story to somebody to work on.
Okay. So should I write something on somebody or?
Some requirement, just put login, enable the login screen with username, password, something you put that. So.
Enable the login. Okay.
Yeah, something put, don't worry on it. It's just we can put, okay. So now description also put something, at least it show something over there. Yeah. Copy paste the same thing. That's okay. I think, yeah. Now the status is to do, right? So
Okay.
let it be to do. We will do that, add the new status later. Okay. You can assign to people. Now that's important. Down, next one, right down. You can assign to people, assigning, right? Automatic is there.
Okay.
Yeah. Who is not worked so far?
Can assign to me.
What's your name?
Krishna.
Krishna Patel, right?
Yes, Krishna Patel.
Okay.
And you 1 minute pass, 1 minute. So put the story point estimation file something. That's the effort we are setting. And sprint, can you put 5 something? 0 you cannot, you need some effort, right? You can type in. Yeah. And select the sprint. Can you upside? Yeah, select. Yeah, select that this is a sprint we're going to do. Yes.
First one, right?
Yeah. So actually that's okay. Fine. Yeah, can you come down? That's it, right? Yeah. Okay.
So I create.
Yeah, create. Yeah. So now we are creating a new requirement. You assign to who is that?
Krishna Patel.
Krishna Patel.
Perfect. So now she can log in.
Okay.
And we can take it further. Okay. So now, okay, main thing I wanted to see. Okay, let her do that. I'll show you that one.
Okay. So I'll stop my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Krishna Patel. Can you share your screen? Board. Can you go to board? Oh, you already there? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Now select this, unable to log in. Yeah, it is assigned to you. That's why.
Yeah, this is assigned to me. So what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah, click on this.
Okay.
Click on that. Unable to. Oh, yeah, it's open.
Yeah, I already click on it. Says
Oh.
open.
Fine. Now, you can change the descriptions. Yeah, you can assign to somebody else.
Okay.
What I wanted to do is Yeah. Can you just type in whoever you want to say? No, Deep, can you do that? Can you log in and assign to somebody else? Will you be able to do that? So I thought he's having mobile.
Let me.
So who's left to log in, like assigned to this? So I just type it his name.
1 minute. We're going to do something else. Yeah, open.
I just open a new lab so
yeah.
I can just see it properly.
Okay, 1 minute. There are a couple of things which you can see here. Okay, so add child issue.
Okay, I'll child issue.
So you have created the 2 issues. Take an example. You already having 2 issues, right? So you can relate these 2 issues. That is also possible. So what way it's going to helpful? Think an example that all these related issues are same issue map. Okay, if you able to close this issue, I can able to work on this issue. You have a dependency on one issue with other issue. So in that case, we can relate these 2 issues. As of now, each issue is individual, right? But this add issue is very, very critical for us so that we can see that, hey, this issue related to, like they showing hierarchy, right? 1 getting to multiple. So those things we can assign. So choose from existing issue. Just click on that. And down you see, right? The button. Yeah. Can you type in something? Can you browse it? We have created only 2 issues here, right? Can you click on that? Let us see.
Which one?
No, in the drop down button. Yeah, same button. Yeah.
No,
it's
first
not.
I need to enter the first
Okay,
issue, then I'm going to.
Jag, because the first one I have a description Jag, right?
Yes.
JAG. Just type in.
JAG.
It's not showing.
No.
It's not creating that issue. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to leave the class for some emergency reasons. I'm just gonna watch the recording lecture later on, and if I have any questions, I'm just gonna message you or email.
No problem. You can just watch it later and let me know.
Yeah. Okay, sorry about that.
No problem. And there is something called plus button, right? Next to that. Yeah, next to button. Yeah, we can create one more issue over there.
Okay.
Okay, so if you type in something, just type in that I have additional issue or something. Just type in that. Just want to. Okay, so and create an additional issue for the value, right? So click down. Yeah, create. So
yeah, so I can
there is
add
one more issue for supporting this issue. Okay, it has a dependency. So this also it is possible. Okay, now we create one more issue, one more thing. So there is in add a child issue, right? There is a next one called link issue. Add a child, right? Attach, add a child issue, and next to one is link issue. Not this one. In top you could see unable to logging in.
Yeah, unable to log in, right?
Before that, before top, yeah. You have attach it. No, attach this document. Okay, nothing.
Okay.
That's a link issue, you see, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's nothing but linking other issue to this. Okay, so that are also possible. Child issue and linking issue, both are different. Linking issue is both are might be related, I think. So something you can relate. If you click on that, you can relate that other issue with this.
Okay, so first I created a child issue, then I have to link issue, right? For the child issue.
Not necessary. Both
Not necessary. Okay.
So you don't need. Both are different functionality. That's it. Okay. You can add a child issue or you can link issue. Both can be possible. So now go to the board and you have created child issue also, right? Board left hand side menu planning, right? Board. So you could see that the issue got child issue also. Once you click, it will be having child issue.
Yes. One child issue.
Yes. Okay. And all are in progress. So now we can, you think that, okay, I have only three status to do, in progress, done. But you may be having more, right? You may be somebody need to review this, or somebody need to test it. Okay, somebody need to promote, move the code. There are a lot of things we do. So we can, in that you could see to do, in progress, done. You can see plus, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You can click on that, and you're going to do that. Okay. For review, just put a review as a one of them. Just put description review, something you do. Yeah, and so click, yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah. Okay, and then put production ready, also one of the status. One of that, put plus and put production ready.
Production.
Ready, something I'm saying, okay.
Okay, I just got production ready.
Okay. So now this status is after done, I want to do the production ready. Review should be done before done, right? So move that review, click the review and move to before done. So this way we can add multiple workflow. Okay, this is nothing but workflow, right? It will go to the each and every status sequentially, right? After once in progress, we're going to go this, and then we can go further. Okay, so now you can assign that your issue, not able to log in JAG, right? That one to somebody else. Just click on that, not able to log in. Yeah. Now we can assign to somebody else who is left out here. No, not that is assigning to you.
Yeah. So
you can type in now. Who is that?
So who's left? So just tell me his name or name.
Ritvik.
Satish.
Satish. Oh, okay. So, sir.
Is that you, Satish?
Yes, you.
Kumar. Okay.
Yeah, assign to. Yeah. Just close it. That's all. So nothing is on you because that's why it's empty.
Yes, I got it, Jax.
Satish, can you log in?
Able to view?
Can you log in and show your?
Yeah, sure. This one. Okay. Right. Show open up. Hello.
Yeah, share your screen, Satish.
Yeah, okay. Let it try it. On the Zoom meeting, you're in the right hand side topic, right? Top side, right? You can share the screen option.
Down, Zoom. Share screen is available.
Yeah. Got it. It's open now.
So what is being assigned to you is not able to log in JAG. That is a description.
Yeah.
You can click on that, not that one, before that. Both are assigned to you? No, right? Only this.
Yeah, I just click.
Now you can change whatever you want. And if you click the in progress, right? In progress, you could see review, production ready, everything.
Yes.
So now we can change the review and you can assign back to somebody else. It means we can create a multiple workflow status, and we can just give some comments. And who else is left out here?
What about Manraj?
Okay, just put
Just
some comments.
Type a comment.
Yeah, some comments and assign to them. Yeah.
Accept.
Yeah, some comments. Just put some. Yeah, something.
Yes.
So put it and assign to Mantra. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and assign to somebody else. Go top.
Yeah.
Yeah, Satish Kumar, right? You are, yeah, change that one. You can. Why is it not allowing to change?
You can assign to me, Manraj.
Yeah. Just starting to assign.
Not here, the top only. Whatever we say, assigning, right? Assigning, right? Can you come down a little bit?
That's it. Down?
No, down. Yeah, enough.
Your name.
Your name. Just remove your name. Yeah, type in.
Yeah, Manraj. Which this is from Manraj Party?
Yes. Yeah.
So that's all. So now it got assigned to you. Okay. So I want, before we take break, Manraj, you able to log in and see this? Is it got assigned to you?
Yes.
Is it something is assigned back to you? Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So while doing this, you could see that there is we are creating the task, we can create a new task, and we can create a story, we can create a bug, everything is done. Okay. Now you could see that there is something called epic in your screen. Okay. So epic is, we will create, it's not a discussed topic, but I'm going to explain because I want to cover what other things are available. So sometimes what we do, right, we create a holistic high level grouping this task. Okay. Oh, this task is assigned to development. All development issues or development stories, it should be under this. Okay, like an umbrella where you will put everything, grouping, and same thing for multiple things. Those things we create as a epic. So we create a epic as a one epic, and we'll put all our related things to over here. It means we are grouping all production environment or release details, because one project may have multiple release, right? Take an example, every sprint may have release. So epic is may not or maybe not related to the sprint itself. Outside sprint, you see that how many issues related to production environment, how many issues came in development environment, or how many issues came in this functionality, right? Like insurance functionality, how many issues came in, or payment functionality, how many issues came in, issues or story, everything. So we put everything under epic. Okay, so that's one of the term people use it. Don't get confused. Sometimes your issue is may not related to sprint level. Also, that's possible. You think why everything related to sprint, right? But some issue you cannot solve in the sprint level, like a home template is wrong. That may be not part of that sprint. The template of the pages is wrong. It is affecting whole project. So we'll put into this epic itself. So epic is maybe may not related to sprint. If outside sprint also possible. So that's one of the term you could see in the screen is epic. Okay. So, but it's not so important. Whatever we have done is very, very important because we are creating the sprint and we're creating the project, we are creating the task, we are assigning the task, we are tracking the task, and bugs also same thing we are creating and changing multiple status. This is the day in, day out we do. But on top of this, these are all additional things which you need to know. So estimation, just go through my old video to understand what kind of story point we can provide. That's something give more idea what is the estimation we are providing. Okay, so otherwise it's going to be everything is self-explanatory, like label and everything. You can put label, you can track through the label. So that is for that. We try to group all issues and want to see the reporting kind of thing we do. So these are all planned effort. Okay, and there is something called actual effort. That is also possible, right? Whatever we do is a planned effort. You want to see the actual effort, then it will going to give the burn down chart. So how the burn down chart will come, right? Actual effort versus planned effort. Your planned effort might be two, but two story point. But actual effort, whatever you are entering day to day, you say that, oh, I spend 4 hours, I spend 5 hours, I spend 6 hours. Then it may be 9 plus 6 is 15 hours you spend. But two story point derivative might be 2 days, but you are already spent 16 hours and additionally you spend 3 days, then your actual effort and planned effort is very steep, right? Because your actual effort might be 20 hours, your planned effort might be 10 hours, but your 10 hours more, that you burn more than 10 hours planned effort. That is called burn down chart. Everything will be created through JIRA tool itself. You don't need to browse around to multiple places to get this report. Okay. So these are one of the area which I can try to show that one too. And I have multiple videos to show you that what are the steps we followed, right? That is some steps they follow. And then I can, while doing that, I'll explain you. So we will take a break and we'll come around 11:15 and then we can start on. Is that fine?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just something break.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So we'll come around 7:15. 11:15, sorry. See you. Okay. Shall we start?
Yes.
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 We will. So it may be some of the things might be repetitive, but still it's fine. I'll pause on wherever I really wanted to give more information. So I don't know whether you guys remember some of the things in that video. They try to explain that how defects being classified as normally they classified as serve 1, serve 2, serve 3, severity 1, severity 2, severity 3 issues. Okay, so it's kind of low critical, and it may be medium or high or very high kind of things we used to give. So that's called severity 1. Severity 1 is very high level. We need to fix that issue. Severity 2 is little bit down, and that severity 3, 4 are completely down. That down means we need to fix it, not immediately. There is no burning issue to fix that issue. Okay, low priorities or severity 4, 5 kind of. Severity 1 is something high priority. So to give the context, just to explain. So let us we go through some of the things they explained very well in that overall perspective. These are all test cases and how the test case issues, and then they talks about defect management, whatever we created the defects, right? Whatever we have done so far. So that's something we're going to explain. I want to give some pause to understand this.
The severity of my defects. So you can see that on this project, I found 3 SEV1s. I found 1 SEV2, and I found 1 SEV3. So that's how we typically communicate the test report. Now, I also told you guys that sometimes you don't have to write a report. You know, to be honest with you, the whole document thing is very waterfall approach. So, you know, where you have to write an elaborate test case and an elaborate test plan, you know, a requirement traceability, a test report is mostly waterfall. And the reason for that is because in waterfall, you have quite a lot of time where you are the only one doing something on it. They've passed the work now from development to testing. So you're testing the entire product at once. So before you even get started, the company want to know, how do you plan to spend 3 months from now? What do you plan to do every day in those 3 months? They want to know at the end of the 3 months, they want a report from you that summarizes everything you've done. So all these documents, you know, keep in mind that they're very waterfallish. Very soon now we'll get into Agile, and you see that Agile doesn't really have, there's no time. You only have 2 weeks, you know, and in 2 weeks, you can barely have enough time to write, you know, a very complicated test case document, right? You might not have the time to write a very elaborate test plan and the test report. So sometimes QAs tend to give their report in their review meeting. So on that Friday, you're doing your demo meeting, they might ask you, how did testing go? Or how was tested? What they're asking you is, can you summarize quickly your test case summary and your defect summary? So it's not a time to tell them, yeah, testing was okay. On Monday, you know, I couldn't log into my laptop. You know, on Tuesday, yeah, then we got a new computer. They don't care about that. You know, you're not really communicating. What they want to hear is, on this sprint, we had 10 tests. 7 of the tests are passing and 3 are failing. The 3 that are failing, we found 3 defects and they've been logged. 3 of those defects are SEV2s and 1 is a SEV1. All the defects have been tested and closed. Now you speak in the QA's language. That's how we communicate. Everybody, what they want to know from you is your defect summary and your test case summary. Okay. So that's another way of doing it. The other way I showed you, which you have a template, is to write, a big report. But as I said, in this old report here, the only thing really useful is this page and this page here. Okay, so that's all the documents that you guys have been writing for most of the time. And now in your week 3 class notes, let's go back in there. You can see that there are a few more things. If you want to go read when you get home, you want to Google something, you can check out the other documents, but you won't need it. A defect report is essentially a defect summary. So you're just telling me, the defect you found, you might tell me the title of the defect, but all you're really telling me is the severity of the defect and the priority. This here is a body that controls QA. So IEEE stands for International Electrical Engineering something. Anyways, it is the largest or one of the biggest groups that define all the documents we are using. So all these documents that I'm showing you, some of it, the template came from this organization. So if you join a company and it's a very small company, they don't have standard templates, you can advise them, but guys, why don't we go use an IEEE 829, template, because it's a standard that most companies know how to use. All right, so now it's about time to move on to the JIRA, and I'll show you the Scrum way of doing all this stuff. So guys, now we're going to become interactive, so there'll be less talking and there'll be more doing. Finally, I'm sure everyone is like, when can we start software? So the first thing is everybody should have received an email from JIRA. I have here your databases. If I can find it. Okay, so please look at my screen. I'm sure if you're not looking at it before, but now you have to pay attention. I need everybody to log in to their JIRAs.
These are all
You have
we did that
received an
already.
email from Jesus, Mandy. Okay. Guys, you have this so everyone can see your face.
You just
So Taryn,
inviting users.
set password. So Taryn is asking, how do you log in? Okay, busy QA 22. For week 4. Let's quickly open it up. There's a very small class, as you can see, and you can bookmark it and now call it a name. So you can call it busy QA JIRA. Fine. And you can say add to my favorite.
So from here, we are creating the projects and going to both. So
And
just a
I can
recap
see
what we
now
have
that
done.
I've
So
created
just look
a
at it.
Scrum project. The first thing it's showing me is my backlog, because it's telling me that's the first thing you do in a Scrum lifecycle. So let me pretend to be a product owner. So when the CSM creates the project, the CSM will tell the product owner that, hey, go fill up the backlog. So let's pretend we're trying to build Facebook. And the first story, so this is, see, it's a new story. So it's asking you for a new story. Let me make my screen bigger so you guys can see it. Okay, good. So what's my story? So my first story is maybe build, I can go back. Okay, so I'm back to my backlog. So my first story is build Facebook sign up page. Once you type it out, you can just enter to save your story. Then the next story is build Facebook Messenger. Once I'm done, I'll just press enter and I'll save it. And the third story maybe is build the Facebook. Okay. Once I'm done, I'll press save. Now I have, it's asking me, do you want to create a sprint? I'll say not yet. Thank you, JIRA. But I'll close it. So now I have a project that has a backlog with 3 stories. So now the next thing to happen by Scrum, the next thing we do is a planning meeting. We now have to plan those stories. So let's pretend we're in a planning meeting now. What will happen is your CSM would open up this story and everybody talks about it. Now this story, because it's an example, I don't have a description in here, but it.
So this is all backlog stories. Okay, that means as a product owner, he's going to, before starting the sprint, right? He may need to see that how many stories we have, right? So that's something we're going to have it in the backlog. So you understand the process, right? So first, product owner is going to own the story, and he's going to create all backlog items, that means stories. And then we can take an example. You may have 10 or 100 stories in backlog. You may be taking 10 stories to sprint. Okay, so you cannot really take all hundreds to one sprint. So we're going to decide based on business priority, business needs. We'll be moving those backlog stories to sprint level. So first we have all backlog items, and then it will be go to sprint level. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So let us listen to this, and you can play around with your tools. Okay, don't really stringent on, oh, we need to follow some process. Just go and look at the reports. You can understand multiple things. So
if it was a real life project, your product owner will add more stuff in here. So you might add a mock-up, so you see what the sign-up page looks like. So mock-up of the sign-up page. It might tell you what input you need for the sign-up page to say, I need email, password, or username. Tell you, we display an error message. It will tell you a lot about the story, right? And remember, in Scrum, a requirement is called a story. So now you're seeing it real now. It's now real. So she might say, we display an error message, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there'll be some more descriptions in here. In a planning meeting, everybody will now vote. So it's now time to say, guys, how long do you guys think it will take us to complete this story? So once we voted, the CSM will now take the average and it will update the story. How does it do that? So it goes into this little 3 dots, and I think it says add. Is it there? There it goes. Okay, it's not there. Maybe edit. We edit the story, and we can add the story point. Okay, if it's not there, then we'll do it on the backlog. In the backlog, this little dot here is for your story points. So if we agree that is a 5, and maybe on our team, 5 means, I don't know, it means 3 days of work. Okay, so now the CSM will come here, and on this story now, can you say where it says, do I put it in? Sorry, they've changed JIRA, so it's right here, story points. Good. So your story point now, we can now put in the number that we voted on, 5. And once you put it.
So as I said, you could see that we haven't created the sprints. Just we are working in backlog. This will be done by product owner. Okay. So you are not going to create anything in the backlog items, because backlog pretty much is going to be all stories. Okay. So stories and issues also something go into backlog, but pretty much backlog is a product owner. He going to put all our requirements as a stories, and he's going to keep it. Okay. And we think that how much time it may take, right? That also we can put in. But basically, while starting the sprint only, we come to know that which one is going to take and how much effort we're going to estimate. Okay, but there is an option in the backlog itself. We can put that story point. This can change during the sprint, so there is no really need to put in here. But you haven't created any sprint so far. Okay.
Then, and you save it, you'll notice your backlog will change. It now shows the story as a 5. Then next thing happens. So the PO also talks about the messenger. So let me open up a new tab for that. So in the real life, this will have some descriptions in there. She might tell you, messenger is a chat message between 2 people or 3 people. She might tell you what she wants. You can add your friend, using email. You can add your friend, maybe phone number, right? I tell you, you can attach images, text, music files, blah, 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 that you can attach while you're chatting. So she'll tell you everything she wants, or you will tell you everything they want. Then time to vote. So when we're voting, maybe we agreed that this is 10. This is slightly more complicated, than this. So we'll say 10. So to do that, the CSM will click on this story point, and you scroll down, and say story point, and you say 10, and you save it. Same thing here. Let's say we agree that the picture upload is only maybe 3. That's what we voted on. So we'll click on that story point, and we'll say this is a 3, and we'll close it, save it. Okay, so now the planning meeting is done. Everybody knows exactly what we are trying to do. Now, guys, remember I told you there might be some times where you have one story and you have multiple people working on that story. So what that means is we need to break down the story into subtasks. So let's do that. So the planning meeting, that also happens in there. The CSM break down the story into smaller chunks.
So you are getting it right. So what do we see that one story doesn't mean that we're going to create one guy going to work on, right? He may be somebody going to do the design, somebody do the analysis, and somebody want to write the test cases, right? And that one story might be drilling to multiple tasks, right? So creating the test case is one task, executing that test case might be another task, and fixing the bug, it might be one task, and design is one task, and coding is one task, right? So there are multiple tasks will be created for each and every story. It may vary, right? So some stories we think that it's going to be limited to design development, and some story, oh, we need architectural change. There is a lot of other things we need to do. Then we have additional tasks. Sometimes you think that, oh, this can be I need more information from other external vendors, like a payment related information or any external communication, right? You need it. So you create a separate task. So basically, we need to make sure we go into the granular level of task that's going to be useful for tracking what we do, what we want to achieve, right? Rather than we are, oh, I want to do design development, I need to talk to this many folks. If in the waterfall, everything combined. If somebody come and now they last 1 month, what you did, you might be saying 1 or 2 or 3 items, right? And why somebody asks, how much effort you spend? Why do you spend more than a month just for this? That question may not rise here because you are getting to minor task level items and we are putting effort against that. Okay, for external communication, for this task, I spend this much of hours, finish, period. So it's kind of give a more organized structure for us to understand this work. This story might be related to 5 tasks and how much effort I'm spending for 5 tasks. That's the main aspects of getting to multiple tasks.
Because we have different people working on it. So let's break down the first one, Facebook sign up page. So how do I do that? If I open up the sign up page, I'll click on the 3 dots and I'll say create a sub task. So I'm trying to break down that story into smaller tasks. So maybe the first task is for the designer to say design the sign up page. And we're going to assign this task, let's say maybe we have description, design the sign up page. Let's pretend the designer on this team. So the assignee is who is the person that will be working on this. So let's say this person is, I'm going to pick any random person. Let's say Trilo. No, is this one of us? Okay, let's say, yep. Gagan, you're going to get an email. So now I'm saying Gagan is the designer on the team. So I'm going to assign this task to him. Then I'll press create. So just ignore all this noise that they have. So now we've created a subtask. We can close this. Now let's go see that story. There's a story now, build Facebook sign-up page. If you scroll down, there's now a subtask in that story. Design the sign-up page, and that's going to one of the team members. Let's create another one. Once you have one created in there, to create another one, you just click on the plus sign. See, I can say create subtask. So maybe this could be test. Now for me, test the sign-up page, right? I'm the tester on the team. So I think this is for you, Ty, and I'm going to assign this to myself. Let's say Ty, good, that's me. Then maybe we have a programmer on the team that will build it. So we can say develop or program. So we can say develop the sign up page. And let's pretend the programmer on the team is, so as your assignee, let's pretend that is somebody else. So I can say maybe I chose, okay, let's choose Anat. So Anat is the programmer on the team. Press create. All right, so now we're broken down one story into smaller chunks, or subtasks, and we can see different team members that will be working on that task. Let's go back to our backlog. Let's see what the backlog looks like. So don't forget, this is a product backlog. So to do that, I'll click on the backlog on this side, and you notice that my backlog now looks like this. I have 3 stories. They have their story points. And, we've broken down this one into 3 subtasks. So you finish your planning meeting. Now it's time to start the sprint. So how do you start the sprint? You say create sprint.
So yeah, you're getting it right. So what he has done is whatever we have created a task, right? So the task will be created and assigned to each and every story. So that story has a 5-6 tasks we are creating and associating with that. So as of now, we are in planning meeting. So we haven't really started the sprint. Okay, we just say that how much effort is going to take, and we are putting the task and then planned effort. Everything we spend. So now we're going to create a sprint. Okay, so now only actual we're going to work on the item. So as of now, we discussed that, oh, these are the high level stories. Okay, these are the tasks, this much effort, everything we have done. So as part of the planning. Now we're going to create a sprint.
I told you guys, most companies, the sprint is 2 weeks long. So I'll create a sprint. I can call it TP. Maybe I'll give you my name, so it's easier to, because there is so many of us in this database. Give your sprint your name as well. Ty sprint 1. So it's easy to find. Now the CSM will decide on how much work he thinks we can do for that sprint. And once he decides it, all he has to do is he can either drag the stories from the backlog into the sprint, or he can just right click on the story and say send to Ty sprint 1. So that's how we start. So I have a sprint right now. I have 2 stories in my sprint. Let me start the sprint. So to start the sprint, say start sprint. And now JIRA is asking you, by default, the duration is 2 weeks, because that's what most companies use. So now it's saying, are you okay with 2 weeks? I can say 1 week. I can say 3 weeks. I can do that as many times, but let's say 2 weeks. That's the average. And I would create my sprint once I'm done. Let me minimize my browser. That's why I can't see that button. There you go. So I'll click on start, and this will start my sprint. Now, what I can see here is my sprint dashboard. Remember I told you that in your sprint dashboard, you can see 3 different columns. And because Scrum is product centric, it's not like Kanban. So that's why we're not putting the users' names here. No, we're putting the statuses here of the products. So the first one, build Facebook sign up page. I can see the story and I can see that 3 people are working on it. So the first one is assigned to Gagan. The second one is assigned to Ty. And the third one is assigned to Anat. So 3 of them, now they can do their work independently. So if it's in progress, I can see it's in progress. If this guy is done, I can see it's done. Now, once all 3 is done, the rundown chart will remove 5 story points from the total. And that's how the burn down works. So the CSM, they're checking this every day to see how you guys are doing. Because at the end of the project, all the subtasks, all the stories should be closed, right? Everything should be closed. And once all the subtasks is closed, JIRA will tell you, hey, do you want to close the story as well? Say yes, close the story. So now the story is closed. And the other one we're working on is still here.
You could see, right? So all tasks related to this story is done. You could see that it's a line showing, right, is hide. So it means this completely all task is done. Okay. It doesn't mean that it's completely you cannot reopen. We can reopen also. Okay. So you could see that everything is striked out.
So that's how we manage the project, and it's always from backlog. I'll do it again. From backlog, you go into your sprint. All right. So I'll do it one more time, then I'll pass it on to you guys to try it out. So let's start again. I have a backlog. I'm going to create another story in my backlog. Let's say build Facebook, a password reset. Another story is build Facebook. Let's say.
So he's creating a list of backlog stories, and then that can associate it to the sprint,
make Facebook
and then we can execute the task.
Connect them together. So now I have a backlog again that has 3 stories. So what will happen is in a planning meeting, the product owner will get up and tell us about this feature. And what do you want the password reset to look like? So she might say, I want this password reset to reset a password. Password should be minimum, she'll tell us all the requirements she wants. Minimum 6 characters, maximum, make it 8 characters. Password should be a combination. They'll tell us everything. Combination of, uppercase, lowercase. She'll tell us everything. She might even give us a mock-up of what the password page would look like. Send an error message when password is wrong or something like that. So while she's talking, you will start there as a QA thinking in your mind, how many tests do I need for this? How complex is this? So right away, you are applying your techniques, right? You start there just going through your techniques. That, how many boundaries do I need? How many decision tables do I need? What's the use case? Because that's what's going to help you vote, right? On how long you need. So she gets up, tells us everything about the story. Now we know. And so it's now time to vote. So once we vote and we have a number, the CSM will enter that number as a story point in the backlog. So come here, click on my story, then I'll go into my story point and I can put in the number. Let's say this is a 20, okay? So put in that 20. Once you save it, you'll notice that the story now has the story point displayed. So same thing happens here as well. We break it down, we talk about it, we vote, and maybe we have, this is a 2. Okay. So now the next thing is we create a sprint, right? Well, we have one sprint going on right now. I can create another sprint if I want to. But before I do that, let me break down this story into subtasks. And the only reason why is because we have more than one person that will be working on this. So to do that, click on the number sign. See where it says the TP7. You click there and you say open in a new tab. JIRA has this thing where it divides the page for you into half. I don't like using it this way. It's half it. So I just open up a new tab. But it's up to you. Some people like it this way, so you can do everything you want to do this way. Or you can just go into a new tab and do your work from here. So now I want to break down that story into a subtask. What I would do is I'll click on the 3 dots and I can say create a subtask. So my first subtask is developer. So we'll say the designer, design the messenger. And this will go to one of my team members. So I can say team member I have is, let's say this person here. I can say create. If I'm going to create more subtasks, I can just click on this check mark, this checkbox. It's like a little shortcut. I'll press create. And the next one, design the messenger. I can press create. But before I do that, let's send this to somebody else. So this will be going to another team player we have, let's say Bimbo. Okay. Then my third one, maybe test the messenger, which is coming to me and the QA on the team. So I can say this will go to Ty. Once I'm done, I don't want to create any more. I'll uncheck this box and I'll press create. Okay, so once you've broken down the story, you notice that you now have a subtask section in the story that will show you all the subtasks.
So what we have done is we have created the task directly and we are saying, so here, and we can associate the story also. Okay, so either way is possible, creating a task and attaching the story. But here what we are doing is we are creating the stories in the backlog and then creating the task. So either way is possible. You don't think that, oh, this is the only way. Whatever I explain is a different perspective on how you create a task or you can assign. And then we can associate that to story also. Here we created the story and then created the task. Okay, don't get confused. Oh, that's both are different. All are same. Whether you matter of you going to create a task or story. But easiest way is story is a better way of doing it because we know from backlog we are creating the stories, and for the story we are creating a multiple task. Okay, some task may not related to one story or stories. It may be multiple stories. We can attach multiple stories also possible. Here we are talking about just one story, right? So there could be multiple stories for the task also possible. Something is not attached to that particular stories. That's why I call it as epic. So it may not be associated with one story, or it may be I am trying to attach to multiple stories, more than 5, 7, 10 stories. I say, oh, come on, it may be, it's a commonly we need to fix. So we can go for epic in that case. But basically here, backlog, stories, and then creating a task for the stories. We are creating multiple tasks. Task perspective, whether it is some duty need to be performed or some issues need to be performed, everything can be created in the task. Task means you're creating some additional activity need to be performed. That activity might be a design activity, development activity, or tester activity, or defect activity. Either way is possible, right? So everything can be considered as a task. Okay, and we relating everything to story or epic. Either way you can do.
Okay, so going back to your backlog, you can go from here, just press backlog, which is your product backlog. So that's my story. So I can move it. If I decide that I want to add that story, I want to add it to my sprint, you can just drag it this way, like you just move it and you add it to the sprint.
So you could see, right? So backlog, what are the backlog items? it is may not be associated with the story till you confirm. So you are moving that story to sprint. You may be running multiple sprints or single sprint. You can associate it which sprint you want to associate. So that's something is possible. So if you move it, it means all tasks need to be completed by this sprint. That's why we are confirming it.
Now, JIRA is saying, are you sure you're adding more work to your sprint? You say, yeah, we know that. We're adding more work to it. I can also drag my password reset for the sprint. Say, yes, I'm adding more work to it. So if you want to see your sprint, you go into active sprint. That will show you your sprint dashboard. And your sprint dashboard will show you 3 statuses: to do, in progress, and done. So to do is the stories that we are about to do. In progress are the stories that we have in progress, and done is the stories that have been done. So now you can see that each person can now move their work independently of each other. And the CSM uses this. All right, so I'm going to stop here. I'm going to pass it on to you guys. I want you guys to go into your JIRA, create your own personal. Oh, okay, good.
So,
all right, so everyone is able to.
So pretty much
okay, good.
We covered all this part. Okay, and he's just creating a projects and everything.
Oh, okay, all right. So let me quickly, has any other.
That's a major thing I want to cover.
6 characters, but I noticed that you can actually give 5 characters and it still works. So the next topic is, how do you log a bug? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll click on the plus icon right here that says create an issue. So
he's now creating the issues. So what we have done, right? So it's the same concepts, everything. Okay, just creating a task, I navigating the different screens, whatever we have done, right? Same thing we're going to do. But let us understand this perspective, how the part of the sprint we use it.
And in my issue type, this is not a story anymore. This is not a problem, it's a bug or a defect. So I'll select defect. So what we selected as a defect, bug, right? The bug or defect, both are same. You don't get confused. Both interchangeably we use. I have to give it a title. What is a title? It's a defect title. Please, you need to know how to describe the problem. Don't describe to me the test case you are running. Don't describe to me your test case ID. No, tell me what the problem is. Okay, in this example now, I was testing and I realized that I could use 5 characters instead of 6. So I was saying a password with 5 characters was allowed. Right? Now it's so obvious to everybody. Everybody knows what the problem is. In your description. So what it really means, right? Many times we have created the test cases, right? Against the test case, you are creating this issue. But many times what happened, right? So it is not really, we refer to test case ID and then say, okay, refer the test case ID, that case is failed. But somebody going to look at, right? It's not to go provide a multiple good information. How we go, what is this issue? What is all about, how to do that? We can refer test ID or whatever it is. But as a tester, the first thing you need to bother is how effectively we are communicating. Okay, somebody going to look at this, they cannot refer multiple documents. Even take an example, you as an example, you want to, somebody say they look at this issue. If they say they you refer that document, this, everything you can say, but you should give all information here. So it would be much easier for everyone to look at this and get to understand instead of referring multiple documents. That's well and good. Okay, you can refer all IDs and everything. I would suggest give that information also so that we can associate, right? But give enough descriptions
or supporting documents like taking the screenshots and everything, that would be really useful for anyone to understand, right? Even as a tester, you want to go through the others issue, that also helpful. As a developer, you may need to understand clearly, okay? And somebody going to look at this one as a project manager said, hey, you have a lot of issues, then go through it. Then if you want to do that, you may need to understand this. We used to go through the each and every issue. Okay, we have a meeting, planning meeting, where we as a development team also may have this one, right? Once you created all issues, we will go through. It's not, though it's going to developer, we won't let developer fix this directly. We want to understand the issue and what is the impact. So what we do, we go through the issue, we understand. That's the case. If you don't provide enough information, we will always say that, oh, come on, that's allowed. This screen is like that. Requirements, we always refer many parameters, right? That may be misleading people. So give clear information, what you do, what is done, what is the prerequisite. So always understand what is this prerequisite, what you are expecting. Assert. In the testing, always people call it as assert. Assertion is what is you are expecting, what is coming out, actual output, right? That's need to give in the document also. This is what I'm trying to test. This is what my expectation, but this one has this error, finish. Okay. So that is the clear communication, not jazzy words or complex words, right? That may not be good sense in testing perspective. It is not here to showcase our fluency or ability to show things differently. Okay. This is place where we simply clearly communicate. This is the problem. This is, we need to fix it. Okay. So that's very, very important factor. People always mislead it with, okay, I need to explain it in different way, or somebody not trying to explain in the way they really wanted, and they put very simple ID, everything, oh, refer that, and it's going to be that. It's a very vague, right? If you want to refer, oh, this issue, refer to Amazon website, how it is being done, please do it. That is a requirement you are saying. You are not showing the issue, right? So clearly indicate, okay, I need 5 menus, but here in 4 menus, this menu name is this, and you need to change that. So give as much of information you want. Not exhaustive, useless information, but have a crispy enough, but at the time, just point out your issue, your expectation. That is the first criteria of creating these issues. So now you see that we created a backlog stories, and we're creating a multiple task. Now, as a tester, you're going to create an issue. Now, it's an important thing. For another 20 minutes, it will show you that graph, how it is being done.
This is how we describe the defect. Quickly, right straight to the point. We tell you what the problem is. So a password with 5 characters was allowed. The next thing we do is we give you the step to reproduce the problem. Once the developer gets this, he has to, number one, is not happy when he gets this. Number 2 is he has to now reproduce the same steps you have done. So in your steps to reproduce, please be very specific. So you say, you know, go to Facebook, click on password reset, and you know, also say enter 5 characters. Give them the 5 characters you entered. So you say enter, you know, maybe you entered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you say the enter password. You say now everyone knows exactly what you've done because you've given us the steps that led you there. Okay, so you tell me what the problem is in very straightforward English, like straightforward, and you tell me the steps to reproduce it. Now, the third thing I want to see in your defect is an attachment or a screenshot or some kind of image, something that I can see, because seeing is believing. You know, we are logical people in this industry. If I don't see an attachment, then I don't believe you. Okay. Now, when that dip comes back, you help you with the software that we use for attachment. It's called Snagit. You guys have Snagit already? Yes. Oh, some of you already do. Okay. So
just look for the Snagit. Snagit is an app which try to take the snapshot of your screen, particular area of screen. Okay. So, and then we can just give the name wherever you have issue, right? That's something we can provide. I'll separate towards the end. I'll try to show that, but it's just a snap. It is normally a testers used to capture the screen and give more information. That's really useful. So that's image we can provide, but you can use allow to use any tool. It doesn't matter, just an image you want to text, that's fine. But this will be much useful Snagit. So
if you already have Snagit, I like to use Snagit. Oh, okay, some of you do. Good. If you don't, Adeep will help you with that when it gets back. Or you can use Snippet. You know, Microsoft has Snippet. Everyone should have a snipping tool on their computer. Snagit is way better than snipping, you know, but let me show you how to use Snagit. If you have Snagit, please type in Snagit on your computer. It opens up. So we're looking for the blue one. Oh, sorry, the red one, sorry. Oh, I'm installing Snagit. I thought I had it before. We use it to make videos. And how do I use it? Let's say, for example, now I found a bug and the bug was here on this page. And I want to show my developers that this guy here is the problem. That's a bug. So in Snagit, I'll open up my Snagit. I'll click on the capture. Please go on mute. We can still hear some background noise. I'll click on the capture. And in my capture now, I will see this little, oh, it's not working. Try it again. Oh, there we go. So you can see that yellow little cursor on my screen. That's Snagit saying, I'm ready whenever you're ready. So whenever you want to capture, you click down, you left click down, and Snagit will start capturing everything on your screen. See? And you keep dragging it, keep dragging it. Please don't release it yet. So you click down and you drag it, you hold it. Once you're there, once you've captured what you want to capture, you can release it. And once you release it, Snagit will essentially capture your screen and save it for you. Now, why do I like Snagit? Any tool can do this, but Snagit really makes it easy for QAs because it has a lot of good features.
So you could
like
see, right?
arrow.
We can put arrow and you can put comments and everything. That will give more interactive, right? Rather than you explaining a lot of things in documents,
okay,
you can just say that, hey, this
I
is an
have the
issue,
power to
this
do
kind of
everybody,
problem.
so I'm just gonna
So
do that.
that's why Snagit
Okay,
is
so
bit advantage.
thank you.
But Paintbrush also we
So
can do
Snagit
that.
has
So
a lot of
don't
features
worry
that
on tool
QAs like to
perspective,
use,
but
like, arrow pointing.
try to understand this is
Developers
one
like
of the
this
tools we can
because,
use it.
you know, when you capture a page, they want to see where should I be looking at. So you know, we tend to use sometimes arrows to say this number here should not be returned. Like 3 should not be returned. I'll just point to it. Some QAs like to use callouts. What's a callout? A callout is a comment box, right? So some QA might say, look at this, but not look right. Okay? So some QAs might say that. So they're different, you know, but Snagit is just so easy to use and very, very user friendly. You can change the style of the box as well. Maybe you can change it to something like this if you want, you know. And some like to use the text. You can say text to say maybe you want to put something there saying this is not the expected result. Do that as well. Just so many things you can do. It has a shape where you can, you know, if you want to put a circle around something, maybe you want to circle something to say this number here doesn't look right. You can do that. Okay, all right, I'll mute everybody. Yes, there's this person that's talking in the background. Let me mute everybody.
So you just play around
Okay.
with Snagit,
All right,
just
everyone.
download and install Snagit and try it out. Okay. So that's, and we
I can
can
now go
attach
find
those
an
images here.
attachment that I've created. So I'll go attachments, I'll browse. I can go find my attachment. So I saved mine in typically in the same place. So I can say hit that. Screenshot. Yep. So that's my, I'll make it a medium. Then last.
So we were discussing about the right. So what is the priority items? So with high, medium, low, we can add that also. We can improve. We can add some more priorities, but basically that's a 3 priorities normally available. So making sure that we're giving importance to this issue.
Is attached, then this will be going to somebody, the developer, that will fix it. So let's pretend that the developer that will fix this is Deep. So select a Deep's name. Now, if you were testing, if you found this defect because you were testing a test case, or because you are running a test case, it makes sense to actually link this defect to the test case. So in future, you know that, oh, this test case actually, whenever I run this test case or this story, these were the problems I found. How do we do that linking? You do it from here. So you can say this issue here blocks, right? Or is related to this test case. And the test case here was, the story was, I think it was build Facebook Messenger. I think that was what we were doing. So I can just select that to say, yep.
So this story, right? So as I was saying, we can relate that one task with other task, or we can relate one issue or bug with other stories, or any you want to write a test cases is also one of the story. You don't get confused. Story means requirements. We can create a test cases as a one story, then we can relate to that. So either way we can do, okay, creating a issues and associate with the story, or from story we can derive, but everything is related to each other. So because while creating the issue, you can relate, but while creating the task, we need to relate to story. So that's why in the backlog, they created the task and getting to sprint. But creating the issue is something inside the sprint, you're going to create an issue, but you need to relate to the which story it's getting this issue, right? Or which task is getting the issue. Either way, it will associate with the story, because story associate with the task, and you're creating the bug issue that related to task. So the whole task. So everything related to story. So either way is possible. Having a duplication of association also no issues. Okay. You don't need to worry on that. But basically it provides the option to relate to that. Some blocking, there is a different issues he was showing, right? So this is a priority one.
My medium will be SEV2. So let's make this a SEV2. So I'll make it a medium. Then lastly is attached. Then this will be going to somebody, the developer, that will fix it. So let's pretend that the developer that will fix this is Deep. So select a Deep's name. Now, if you were testing, if you found this defect because you were testing a test case, or because you are running a test case, it makes sense to actually link this defect to the test case. So in future, you know that, oh, this test case actually, whenever I run this test case or this story, these were the problems I found. How do we do that linking? You do it from here. So you can say this issue here blocks.
So you could see, right, it's a blocks, or it's blocked by somebody want to do something. Due to that, you are getting blocked. You can mention that name. Or you're blocking with some other issue. Oh, that issue need to be resolved. Otherwise, I cannot test this issue at all. This bug cannot be solved without that. Home screen is not loading. Then how could you test that menu, right? So screen need to be loaded. That is one of the issue. And you need to test the menu. So you are related to that. You can see as a block. Hey, I can see the blocking here. You need to resolve that issue. Fixing this issue doesn't make any sense to me. Before you need to fix that loading the page, right? So that kind of blocking also we can create. And cloning is we can clone this. Say most of the things are same. This issue, and I need some changes. Just on one or two things is getting changed. You say the sequence of page. Going to the menu, you need to go to the page and you need to do the login and then go to that screen, and then you see there's some couple of issues. You need to create 2 issues, but it's kind of first 5 steps are common. You don't need to again type in or do anything. So you say clone. So you can copy that one and then you can change. Duplicate also same thing. Okay, we can do the duplicates too, but cloning is a majorly we use. Okay, here we use related to. It means, oh, this issue relate to that issue. Okay, so relate to that issue or relate to that story. So we can relate both way. Either way, it will be. If you go to the story, it will show this issue. If you issue, it will show the story. So it will connection is at both end.
Right? Or it relates to this test case. And the test case here was, the story was, I think it was build Facebook Messenger. I think that was what we were doing. So I can just select that to say, yep. I was testing, I think it was password. Yes, thank you. It was password reset. Nice to know you guys are still listening. So it was build Facebook password reset. So I can select that. Now you can also attach it to more than one story. So please delete the old one. So that's it. Now I can create my defect and I have a defect. But before you're done, there's something else as well, the sprint. If your Scrum Master tells you that every defect you find should be logged into your current sprint, then you have to find your sprint, tie sprint. But if they say every defect you find should go into the backlog, then please don't put a sprint in here. But most teams will go into that.
So you understand, right? If the backlog means we have a complete list and it is not part of the sprint. From backlog only, it will go to the sprint. So either way is possible. This issue cannot be fixed in the current sprint. And we say that, oh, don't put it in the sprint. We'll keep in the backlog. That means we are reserving it. Later point, we'll move to sprint and fix it. But at present, this sprint, you cannot do that. Okay, fine. Then we can put it into backlog and we'll keep it open.
The current sprint. So I can say tie sprint 1. And if I press create, now let's go see my sprint dashboard. You can see now that my sprint dashboard now has a defect. And the defect is assigned to this person. And let's go open up the defect and see how easy it is to read. It's telling me a password in 5 characters was allowed. Okay, I know that's the problem. The priority is a medium. I know that's a Sev 2. The person working on it is our deep. Okay, and it was logged by me. Okay, and these are the steps to reproduce it. And it's so easy to understand. Everybody gets it. But I know that just giving them the steps, they won't believe me. So I have to show them something to make them believe me that I saw what I saw. And that will come as an attachment. So if I click on my attachment right now, you can see what Snagit did. This is my Snagit attachment. You can see my comment, my arrows, and that's how a developer will see what you've done. And the last one is, bam, I can see the story, see? So I can see that every time we fix this defect and I have to retest it again, I know the story that the defect came from. Then in a real life environment, there'll be a lot of comments. There'll be back and forth. So they will say, okay, this has been fixed, right? Okay, this hasn't been fixed. You know, so there'll be back and forth comments. And JIRA is so good that JIRA stores everything nicely. Let me show you, before we wrap up, I'm going to show you. So actually, let's go back to our sprint. Let's close the sprint. So let's pretend that we're going back to our sprint. And everything is now fixed. So this defect as well was fixed. You know, we tested it and it's working fine. So that's fine. password reset, everything is done. So on a Friday, this is how we look like. Everything is all cleaned up. You know, we're all proud of ourselves. We're all ready to show off. Everything is done. So now the CSM will close the sprint. And to do that, they will just click on the complete sprint at the very top. And
so it's kind of, we are closing this. We start the sprint, right? It may be after 2 weeks, we are going to complete the sprint. There is an option to auto complete also, but normally we used to go and do that ourselves.
I would say, yep, all 5 issues were done. There's no incomplete, and you press complete. And this is my burn down chart. If you notice,
if you see that, right? So once the sprint is getting close, then we can generate a report. Okay, you can generate a report at any point, but because during the sprint also 2 weeks, 2 month sprint, 8-week sprints, then we want to know how much efforts we spend. So sprint report, it provides this information. Now we are completed a sprint, it will go end to end. But you can generate this report at any point. Okay, in the project, you see that how much actual effort we spend with respect to planned effort.
this is a very weird looking chart. That's because I did everything one day, right? Ideally, we should have burnt down this way. But because I started my sprint, you know, today, I burned down today. So that's why the red line is like.
So this is going to be every day it will go, graph will go down, down, down. So here it's done, the red color, everything done at one day. Actually, during this period, right, 2 week sprint. So your effort might be 2 here, it may be 4 here, it may be 0 effort. So it will come like this. Okay. So graph. So it will be duration only, it will go. And from the duration only, it may not be this way. One day we cannot spend everything, right? It should be this way. So bar chart we can create, and then graph chart also will be created like this. Ideally, it should be 45-degree. That means gradually you develop, but it may not be that, right? So sometimes you may be not putting some task, you may be not doing the task due to other dependency. That also possible. So this is an actual burn down chart. It can generate. So you don't need to go through anything to do this chart. Everything built on top of JIRA itself.
Yes. All right. Now let's go back into with the chart pop-up itself. Yeah. So every time you close a sprint, the first thing JIRA will show you is your burn down chart, because it wants to show you how you did. Right. So if it was a real life sprint that we spent 10 days on, you know, this red line would actually be something that is naturally looking like this. Because JIRA we told JIRA was a 2 weeks project. So JIRA expected us to be done on Feb 24. So that's why the burn down was burnt down.
So it may be starting from here, and at last it may be 0 effort, right? It means you burn down everything and then go for it. So that's what we are expecting in actual chart. Maybe in real time it may not be there. So you planned for 30 hours, you would have spent more than 60 hours, right? So there is a difference in always be there. Okay, it's not hardly we see a planned effort and actual effort will match, but ideally it should be come down here. That means you would have started from 30 hours, and every day you may be spending 2, 3, 4 hours, and then at last you would have burned everything, right? So that's a actual graph it may show.
Like that. And the gray ones are the days where we're not working. So this is a Friday and a Saturday, because it's a weekend today, you know, so that's why it's gray. Yeah. Okay, so now let's go see what the backlog looks like. If you notice right now, the backlog is clean now, because what happens is whenever a task is done, JIRA actually moves or hides that story. And they do that not to confuse you, that, okay, only see what you haven't done. So before we started, the backlog had about 7 or 8 different issues, but JIRA, you know, whenever a sprint is done and the work is done, JIRA basically just hides that story. So now there's only one story in my backlog. So the same thing happens again. The next sprint will start, we'll plan this guy, we'll break it down, we'll give it a story point, we create a sprint, we start the sprint, we assign the work to different people, you find the bug, you log your bug, fix the bug, they send it back to you, and that cycle repeats itself every 2 weeks. So that's how we manage a project, and that's how we use JIRA, and Snagit will be your best friend going forward. Snagit also does video. Sometimes there might be a bug that you can't really capture it. Maybe because it goes and comes like very quickly. So you don't know when to capture it, but you can record it, right? So, don't feel shy as well. You can record something, and you can also attach your recording. Now, before we wrap up, I want to show you a real project. I want to show you what it looks like. And I want you guys to see all the different stories and, see how we use JIRA. Looks like. So the idea is the same. Let's go into the backlog, first of all. So you can see now in this company, there is.
So quickly, so in case some task is not done, then what will happen? Can anybody answer that question? But he has shown that every task is done, all stories is done, right? It's hide the stories from backlog. If some task is not done, what will happen? You close the sprint. You want to close the sprint, right? In the 2 weeks or 8 weeks, whatever. But what will happen to that story?
I think it will go again to backlog or
absolutely, yes. Okay, super. Yes.
By iteration?
Yes. It will go to the backlog and it will wait for you to assign to next sprint or whatever you want. It will go to the back to the original cycle. Initially, we created the stories and we're moving to sprint, right? So some stories may not be completed or partially completed, right? So there is some additional task is need to be there. It will go to the backlog, and again in the next sprint you can assign that backlog.
Iteration.
Okay, so that's pretty much on that. This is whatever he's showing is actual project. Just have a look. I
manual.
See whether is there anything you are missing.
Mamta, there is MJ, there is Thomas Zoo. So there are a few team members that we're working on this project together. And you can see now that we have a couple of sprints going on. So this is one sprint that is starting on this day and is finishing on this day. And I can see the different people working on the different tasks. The reds are the defects. So you can see right away that in this sprint, there are 3 defects, and one is assigned to Thomas, one is assigned to Mamta, and one is assigned to Mamta. You can see here we have sprint 2, same thing. This year different team members, but you can see what different people are working on. This is a bigger sprint, as you can see. He has a lot of stuff in there. Let's keep going down. So you can see how we use JIRA on the job. Let me show you my back. This is a very big project with a lot of defects, a lot of work, but this is the backlog. So this is the backlog. So this is the remaining work that we have to do on this project. Let's go to the active sprint. The sprint dashboard looks like. So the sprint dashboard, this company has 4 columns. Let me explain. So far, you've seen 3 columns. You've seen to do, in progress, and done. Some companies, they want to separate the work of the QA. So whatever is assigned to QA, they want to put that in to be verified. So at any point in time, the team knows, what the QA is working on. So in that case, everything else stands the same. This is a bug. The bug has a subtask. You can see the bug is been done, has been fixed. This here is the story. You can see the story has a task, subtask, and is still in progress. To be done, this team has done quite a lot of work. See, so they have a lot of stuff done. This team has to be verified. They have 1, 2, 3 issues or chunks that they have to verify. In progress, you can see that this team has these many things in progress, and to do, you can see that that's what they have left to do. Let me go see their dashboard. Let me see their burn down chart. If I was to click on the burn down chart, now, can someone tell me at home why this burn down chart looks like this? So it's just zero. See, story point is zero, and it's just all through zero. Does anybody know? Okay, so the reason why is because this, good, that's a good one. So you're saying because it's still all, is all not yet complete. The reason why is because this team, or no starter yet, no starter, okay, you guys are all close. The reason why is because if you notice this team, they don't use story point. They don't use it. None of their stories actually have a story point. So that's why the burn down is saying, well, I don't see any stories, you know, they're all zeros. I know that you have 60 issues, but they're all zeros. So that's why the burn down is confused. It's like, well, they're all zeros. And if you notice that, if you go back into your dashboard or your backlog, you see that all the stories, they are not estimated. See, there's nothing in here. And the ones that have the circle, see, there's nothing in there. So this is a company that they don't use story points. But what they use, because I know them very well, let me tell you what they use. They're all stubborn people. They're saying they don't want to spend too much time in the planning meeting. But what they do is they know how much work they can do for 2 weeks. So they take on that 2 weeks amount of work and they have to get it done, you know, before the end of the 2 weeks. So not every team follows Agile, you know, the 100% proper way. But you can see now that different flavors of it. Okay, so I think that's enough for today. Your videos, you want your videos, you can tell.
Okay, so this is pretty much on overall story points and then how things is done through JIRA. Okay. Is anybody there? Can you share your screen? I just want to show something on how the JIRA really works. Sorry, how Epic really works. So anybody recollect what is Epic I really meant? Krishna?
Yeah, it means it's define the business needs.
Go ahead, you try explain what you understand, that's fine.
So it's means just getting the information and the requirement from the product owner and we're just making the epic and we just make the story point regards depends upon the epic.
No, not really on Epic perspective. See, Epic is not been discussed in that. It's not in the topic, okay, because that get confused people. That's why they would have not explained. But Epic, because they are talking about backlog and creating the task, creating issue, assigning the to stories, everything, right? So Epic is something outside this. Some task, some story maybe need to complete it not within the sprint. It may be span across multiple sprints. That's possible, right? Hey, this is a major story, but the story cannot accomplish. You cannot complete the story in that sprint. Okay, and it has a lot of things we need to do. So that's the case because story itself is not direct requirements. You understand? The stories is something splitting the requirements into multiple stories so that you can accomplish something in the sprint itself. But that's not the case always, right? Some story you cannot split it and that need to execute it as part of the multiple sprint. That's the case, we will assign to Epic. Yeah, exactly. If you say that, right, Epic, you can go and create a Epic and then we can do that. So can you go top and create is the right top?
Sorry,
Not
Jack.
right.
So you mean epic is like when we break down one story into multiple stories?
Yeah, we are creating the stories, right? Stories will be assigned.
Sorry. Yeah. So when we create like multiple, just we break down it into number of stories.
Exactly. We break into number of stories is going to backlog, right? Those are all same.
Okay.
But after
Okay.
that, it will go to the sprint, right? But story cannot be completed in one sprint. It may go to that multiple sprints. Okay.
Multiple. Okay.
So that's the case for, because story we are going to track in the sprint level, in the backlog, right? That's it. But you want to associate, hey, I want to associate this story. This story I need to track throughout that my project. Okay. This is commonly across everything I need to create support. That's the case. I'll create epic. The in each and every task, right? You could see the epic also one of the place they provide. So first, let us create an epic. And top you say create, right? Right in top menu.
Top menu.
Top menu. Yeah, right side. Right, create. Yeah, can you do that?
Yeah.
Issue type only. Can you select the issue type? Is it epic is there or not? Check. No, top drop down menu, issue type.
Drop down menu. Yeah.
Let us no. Epic is there, right? Just create epic. And you can give some info description, whatever you want. Just
okay.
Something. I come down, or just come down. We'll see what are the other items are there.
Here?
Not here. Scroll down. You have something in scroll down, right? There are some other item might be down.
No, you're just
yeah. So you can give descriptions, and this epic also we can assign. Same, it's considered as a task, okay, but it can use differently. Give some descriptions too. Yeah, just junk test whatever you want. Just do that. Okay, and you can assign this epic to somebody too. You assign it to yourself. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. No. Come down a little bit down. Let us see everything. So we can set the label and start date. So you could see, right, epic as a start date and end date. So it's kind of been, it's not part of the sprint, whatever getting associated. This epic also might be not fall inside the sprint. It may be fall outside sprint also. It means 6-month period also you can set. Okay, and come down. These are all default attributes. Can you come down? Yeah. And we can attach anything, and is a blocker or same, everything is same. And you can create. Yeah, that's fine, Satish. Yeah. Now go to any issues. Go click on any not able to log in JAG, right? Any issue, just this is an overall issue. Don't go to our task. Go to backlog. Yeah, backlog. Yeah, we can associate not able to log in JAG. Click any issue. Yeah. Can you come down? That could be something epic. Should be there. No. Can you go open in a separate browser?
Yeah, sure. New tab.
Right click and open. Not able to log in that one, right? Right click and open. Oh yeah, you have add epic. You could see, right? Even here itself in top, you could see, right?
Yeah.
Not left hand side, top. Yeah, add epic. And you can associate epic. Epic already there. You created ID, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
View all, right?
Yeah. Not necessary. You already having just one. Okay. Click on that. Add epic. Yeah, add epic and select that. Yes, this is to be created. So we can associate this issue with the epic. It means we can track across sprint this task, right? We can task across sprint. We can do that. So this is one way of representing it. Hey, you say that, hey, this task is not related to any of the current sprint. It may be commonly I need to address, but I cannot do it in one sprint. It may be multiple sprints I need to do. Then you create a epic and associate. This epic task is not going, task is might be in sprint, but this is associated with the epic. That means all multiple sprints, it may span across. That's one indication we do. Okay. So you understand, right? So you could see the backlog also in the left-hand side, you see epic. So epic is listed in the backlog item. Can you come down?
Come down, okay, yeah. That's it.
This no, it's not part of this one.
Yeah.
Okay, go to dashboard. Dashboard is yeah, click on backlog.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's giving different views for you. Okay. Select that. In top, you see epic, right? In drop down menu. After,
yeah.
before,
Epic.
yes, yeah. Select the epic, created ID. Yeah, that's what we done, right? Yeah. So this epic is part of the sprint one, and it has created with one issue, not able to log in is one other task. So this epic will be part of the multiple sprint also. If you create one more sprint, right? And you can associate this task with that one. So it means this epic will be part of the multiple sprint. So we know that, oh, some of the common items you think that this task need to be done at multiple sprint, then you can create epic and associate that epic. So this is one of the case we do. But normally we don't need to do this one. But in some case, you feel that this task, I need to track it across sprint, then it should be part of the epic. Got it? Well, practical examples will do more, but think that epic is a common across sprint we use to track that task or issues. Is it giving some information?
Yes.
So this is what we do. So play around with this one. Okay, you may get some queries. So don't restrict yourself. Go to dashboard and look at the reports. Okay, it will give fair idea. Anyways, this is a basic understanding on how to use the JIRA. So you're in the projects level, if you do it right, then you come to know how to do that. Even this any coursework here onwards we do, right? Everything through JIRA only. We're going to create a task. We're going to create all your tasks and everything under this project itself. Okay, software test batch 2 we created. So do all your tasks over there. And all you create a multiple task, whatever you do, everything through this one. There is no separate Word document or something. You do everything here. And in case needed, you created something, attach that as a document here. Make sense?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's a pretty much today. So I will expect some queries from you guys. So you guys go through it. Okay, and then we'll take it forward. So you guys having any queries today, or any next session, as usual, I'll take 15-20 minutes queries. And
So do we have to start coursework from
yeah,
JIRA?
yes, yeah, you need to do the coursework. You need to go through that. What is that? Yeah, we wanted to create that one. Just try to explore that. Everything through JIRA only we want to do. So all your tasks, everything need to be done through that. So every task which you do, try to assign to yourself. Okay, so that we come to know that what we do. Is that fine?
Yes, Jax, I just have one more doubt. So I'm just sharing my screen first and I just show you.
Yeah.
You see my screen?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just have one more question regard the creating issues, size subtask in my sprint, but I'm not able to create my subtask within my sprint. I already start practicing on JIRA. So
Go to any story.
yeah, I just, if I want to add subtask within this sprint, but I don't have any kind of option to.
No, go to open a new window. Just in the story you open, right? Just open.
Okay, open the new window.
Yeah.
Okay.
New tab. Let us see.
See, if I just right click on three dots, there is no any option to add your subtask.
Assign to Krishna, not to you. So, Krishna, can you assign back to?
No, this is from another Gmail ID. So
okay.
That's why. That's why I'm only assigning to myself in this sprint.
Right? It's not allowing you to do updates. You need to change your thing. Is it able to, are you able to edit?
Yes, I can assign to someone else, right? Then I'm able to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why it's
the same things happen with our like
1 minute.
software testing batch.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going that over here.
Okay, see, you are opening the task and 1 minute. Go to backlog. Okay, go to backlog. Let us do it from there. So I backlog. Okay, and create one. Yeah, create story. Okay, let us create a story one. Okay, yeah, that's okay. You come down, give some description. This log, yeah, whatever you want. Assign to you, assign to me itself. Yeah. Yeah, everything is okay. Put some story point. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. And yeah, create. Yeah, now click on this story. Yeah, already it's open. Okay, now you want to create a subtask, right?
Yes.
Why it's not okay? Fine. Click on that menu dots. Yeah. Add flag, connect to channel. Add action menu. Why it is assigned to you? Yeah. Why it is not able to create a subtask? Is anybody has this problem? 1 minute. Let me do that 1 minute. That is the case. Backlog. I'm just creating just a minute. Create backlog item. Let me do that. No. Why it's not doing that? One minute, I'm just looking at it. Why did he do anything? Backlog. Yeah, it's correct only. Change. Why subtask is not be able to create, right? Only do we need to enable anything? Subtask is not coming. Okay. Create a field. We do have timestamp. Do we need to create a new setting? Usually you used to have that one. I don't know why it is not showing up.
I can see the subtask in my project issue and issue type, but I cannot able to add it into my issue type.
Yeah, wait, 1 minute. I understand that.
Mm.
It should be there. I guess there is a configuration we can do, but I don't want to do it through that way. I can assign to me. So add flag, connect to Slack, add parent, move clone, action. I guess there is something here. I need to set it. I'll make sure we'll create a subtask. I'll create a screenshot. I'll send it to you guys. Okay. I don't want to take your time. So
Thank you.
I'll do that. There is some project setting which we need to do, I guess. I'll do that and then I'll inform you guys. Okay. In case steps needed, then I'll show you that steps too. Okay. So that's something I can do. So anything else want to discuss? Shall we close this call? If you guys don't have any issues.
So just how to do coursework? Like we have to assign to someone else while doing coursework, or we have to assign by own self? You
own self. Just assign to yourself.
Okay.
All this coursework need to be done by your own. Say there is no teamwork or something. So in the co-ops program, we do that one. So we'll be doing multiple things, same thing again and again. This is just on high level things, whatever the things possible things we can do in JIRA only I explain. So project level, there is some tuning we do. But if somebody says that JIRA, this is what it does. Okay. So you don't need to wondering what are the things we can perform through JIRA. That basic things, everything is covered here. So I'll check on that. I'll let you know. So there is a different version might be available. So this version, we created the project on demand, right? So I guess I need to check on that. I'll let you know. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
See you. Have a good. So I'll expect any emails, anything you guys have in queries, please send me. I'll try to respond.
Sure, Jax.
Sure.
Sure.
See you all. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Check.